Greetings of the day. My name is Ms. Prachivani, and today let us talk about how we can handle customer complaints. Now, if a customer is unhappy, he or she will definitely voice their complaint. If customer have a positive customer experience, they will definitely share it with their friends, family, and their contacts, which in turn can lead to new business. According to one published research, 13% of unhappy customers will share their complaint with 15 or more people, but only 1 in 25 unhappy customers will actually come to the firm and complain. So, a customer complaint highlights a problem, whether that's a problem with the product or employees or internal processes. And by hearing these problems directly from customers, a firm can definitely investigate the same and improve to prevent further complaints in the future. Customers who don't complain, they usually stop doing business with the firm. And I'm sure we all agree that is not something that we're looking at. Both managers and frontline employees must be prepared to deal with such upset customers. Now, these customers who are upset may become aggressive, and then sometime there is a possibility that they will insult the employees. Customers don't expect you to be perfect, but they do expect you to fix things when they go wrong. Now, when we keep this quote in mind, we will go ahead and understand which are these guidelines that we can keep in mind when we are finding solutions for various problems. The first solution is whenever a customer complains, act quickly, admit mistakes. It's important that as an employee of the firm, you show that you have understood the problem. Very important. Please do not argue with your customers and do acknowledge the customer's feeling. The next guideline is give customers the benefit of the doubt. Make sure you clarify the steps which you will need to solve the problem. Keep your customers informed about the progress that is happening. Do consider compensation for the problem that your customer has faced. And the most important part that we have to do is try hard to regain the customer's goodwill. Now, we're going to understand these 10 guidelines one by one. The first thing that you have to do the minute your guest starts complaining, act quickly. If the complaint is made during the service delivery, time is of the essence to achieve the full recovery. So, when a complaints are made after the fact, many companies actually have established policies of responding within 24 hours or, for that matter, earlier than 24 hours. The second guideline is admit mistakes and don't be defensive. Acting defensively actually could suggest that the organization has something to hide and they do not want to rectify the mistake. That sends a wrong message to the customer who's already upset. The third guideline here is show that you understand the problem. Here, seeing situations through the customer's eye is the only way that you as an employee will understand what he's going through and what he thinks is wrong. Service personnel should avoid jumping to the conclusions with their own understandings. That can actually spoil the entire situation. Very important. Do not argue with the guest. The goal should be to gather facts to reach the acceptable solutions. And here, we're not getting into debate, and it's not about winning or losing. It's about understanding what customer is. and arguing is actually going to come in between finding a solution. The next guideline is acknowledge. Here, it's important as an employee to understand or acknowledge the customer's feeling. So, when you say that you understand what your customer is going through, or when you say that I understand what you're going through and why you're upset, the customer feels that you have understood the problem and you're willing to solve it. And this action definitely helps to build a rapport. The next guideline is give benefit of doubt to customers. We have to understand and accept not all customers are truthful and not all companies are justified. But customers should be treated as though they have a valid complaint. So it's important that a careful investigation is undertaken. Also, let's remember if the amount which is involved in the complaint is very small, then it should be given without doing lot of discussion. And now this amount will be obviously given as a compensation. The next guideline is clarify the steps needed to solve the problem. Here, when instant solution is not possible, we must tell the customer how the organization is planning to proceed with the corrective action. This gives a lot of confidence to the customer. We also have to be very careful that we are not over promising the guest. The next guideline is keep customers informed of progress. One more thing to remember, and very important thing to remember, is nobody likes being left in the dark. So this is important to give lot of clarity to the customer whenever you are trying to find a solution for the problem. The next guideline is consider compensation. When customers do not receive the service outcomes they have paid for, they are going to get upset because we have failed them in the service delivery. So either a monetary payment or an equivalent service needs to be offered. Now, this type of recovery strategy may also reduce the risk of legal action by this angry or upset customer. The next guideline is persist to regain customer goodwill. When customers have been disappointed, one of the biggest challenges is to restore their confidence and also make sure that we preserve the relationship for the future. So, truly exceptional recovery efforts can be extremely effective in building loyalty and referral. Hope you have watched the video carefully and you have understood all these 10 steps to be followed or to be kept in mind when you are handling customer complaints. Now, the quiz link is given in the description. Please go ahead and attempt the quiz. This is the reference book I have used and a link for one of the articles that I referred. Do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. On that note, thank you for watching the video and I will see you very soon.